Today we're going to be installing our LS engine into the 33 Hot Rod, hopefully for the last time. Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel about kit cards and other card topics. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to push towards 10,000 before the end of the year, and right now I think we're only at like 75. So it's going to take a lot to get to that number, but if you're always watching our videos, I really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. So today's kind of a big day. I believe we're putting in the engine for the last time, and I'm going to get my neighbors Bob and his daughter to come over and help a little bit just to make sure that we have no issues hitting the firewall that's nicely painted now, and just steering that engine into the car. I really wish I didn't have to take the front grille off, but when you're flying 750 pounds in the air, man, it's just a lot easier to remove that stuff and put it in there. Of course, once that grille gets removed, some of your alignment issues of your body panels could all change, and I just, that's the bad part about it. And that's the only reason I would keep it on there, is just to try to preserve all my positioning. But it is what it is, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this thing in, and let's hop to it.
Is this last time in or last time of the many times?
It's the last time of what I think is going to be
Okay,
the last time.
great.
Right now, I'm not worried about the spacers and all that.
Uh-huh. Just
So-
getting it in place?
Yeah, I'm just going to put the bolt in.
Uh-huh.
I gave you your phone yet?
Yeah. Did you say that you made the console, but they're making a plate? Or are they making the whole console?
I designed it on CAD. I sent it to them. They
Oh.
do the whole thing. and send it back.
Wow. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I haven't sent off for it because I kind of want to get through the electronics and go, oh, I forgot this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Add
Yeah.
that in. All right, so here's some of the things going on.
Okay.
I'll assume that you're going to probably hop in. So let me just tell you a few details. One is this door doesn't really open that far.
Alright.
So it might be easier to kind of,
Swivel in.
yeah, just going backwards.
Okay.
The transmission is going to end up on top of that gray piece.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes in, it's probably going to be drooping a little bit. However, keep in mind anything,
That part is gonna be drooping.
yeah, the back end.
Yeah.
Keep in mind anything we do is going to make that tail spin. So you really have to watch your fingers so you're not, smack,
Right.
However, we don't make that big of movements
Yeah.
when we get close. The other big thing in general we have to watch for is just never hitting the firewall.
Okay.
And so we put the cardboard there, but honestly, it's not 750
Well,
pounds.
yeah, I mean,
it's
it's-
not going to do much.
Yeah.
So,
Do you want-
the biggest thing is we have to get over this hump, tilt it down, get it in, and then tilt it back up, and slowly bring it up. And then when we drop it in, we put the two bolts in, but we have to make sure that that's on top of the gray piece. But it's not going to be on top of the gray piece for a little bit, because we have to get it underneath the firewall.
Okay.
Does that kind of make sense?
We may want to,
Do you want me to stabilize it once it gets in there to make sure it doesn't hit anything?
Yeah, I think
Guide
so.
it, yeah.
And we'll be talking the whole time, right?
Sure.
However, I think you probably want to be where you are now, because as we bring this in, we want to make sure that this doesn't go and swing into
Yeah.
the firewall. So, you never really want to be under it, but you could be over it and you could be kind of guiding it down. So it's because, this is where it's going to hit when it hits.
Right. Right.
So that's,
and when you're inside, to guide it, make sure your hands are kind of like
On top of
this,
it.
never underneath.
Right, right. Because you don't want to.
Yeah.
yeah, and if you
then
want
you
gloves
can,
or
you
whatever,
can move it. You can kind of grab it around it a little bit and lift on the back when you need to.
Yeah,
As we go over that hump, to
Yeah.
get it over it.
if you look at the back of that, you can see right here, this is what's gonna go, this rubber piece is gonna go on top of that gray piece, and then there's a bolt that goes
Okay,
through.
right.
So for the most part, this is gonna be like literally this close to the frame, so you never wanna be anywhere on this. However, when he's talking about lifting it up, right here, this is your safest spot, because
Okay.
this should be over, like the floor of the car is here, this is over the floor. So once we're getting up there, and we're moving slowly anyways, this is gonna be fair game to move and guide.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're just gonna be outside the
Outside,
car,
on top.
just kind of pushing this,
Yeah.
so.
Just kind of like making sure that it's not bumping anything. Kind
Yeah.
of just guiding it a little bit.
And, this thing seems solid, I don't,
Yeah.
it's a little tilted, but,
Yeah.
so are we feeling it? All I hope for is that I never have to pull this back out.
Yeah.
That's what your ultimate goal is here.
My ultimate goal is, this is it.
Yep.
Can we go in?
I think so.
Okay,
I
let me drop it down. We're in between the shots.
Yep.
Just push a little bit on your side to make sure that clears a little bit.
Okay,
Just a hair. Okay, let me just.
there we go. Ooh, look at that. Slick, look at right in.
So this thing's just looking amazing right now. I'm just so grateful for my neighbors to come help me out. It's kind of a really big deal. I've been really tackling this thing solo this whole time, and there's just certain aspects of this that you can't do without some help. So my neighbors, really appreciate them. And of course, Greg has always been helping me out, so I really appreciate that too. So everything went pretty flawless. Didn't have any major issues, didn't scratch anything, didn't hit anything. But I will say that I've been struggling a little bit ever since we raised that engine in the air. I have been kind of out of body, out of mind. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know if it's just that, these holidays have been bizarre with everything that's going on in the world. And nothing, I didn't travel, I didn't see my parents, I didn't, any of that kind of stuff. And so that's a little, ungrounding in a sense. But what it might also be, or at least in addition to, is now that this engine is back in the car, I have no excuses to not finish it. And, it's been, I think it's been 15 months. I've been working on this project straight for 15 months, like literally every weekend. I've only taken like 1 or 2 weekends off. And it's kind of catching up to me, you know, with doing a full-time day job and doing this. And then of course, all the editing just takes forever. It's just really, really kind of taking a toll on me mentally. And the reason I'm telling you guys all this is, you know, if and when you decide to do this car, of course, if you're not doing a channel, there's no pressure. But when you're doing a channel, you got to keep the videos coming out. And right now, I have no videos in my buffer, which means that I have to make this video because I promised myself and my viewers that I'm going to put out, you know, 2 videos a week. And so far, I've done that for 2 years straight. Only about, you know, 13, 14 months on this car, but 2 years straight I've been doing that. So it's kind of a big milestone, you know. I think it was two Novembers ago, I actually started the channel, and here we are, you know, in December. I just passed that two-year mile mark. So I don't know. It's just, I'm trying to get my head back in the game. The positive thing is I don't have this big, huge engine sitting out taking up another car space in my garage. So we're slowly dwindling it down. And I was talking to my buddy Greg, you know, who's built a few of these things. And I'm like, you know, there's still a few little panel fitments I need to do, and I need to do this. And I really don't want to be dusting this engine now that it's in the car with, you know, me sanding and all that stuff. And he just said, you know what, dude, you need to get that car running. He said, screw the panel, screw all that stuff. He goes, you need to wire that thing up and you need to start driving this thing. And he goes, you'll get really, really inspired once you hear that engine turn over and you're actually going down the street. And so I'm taking that to heart, and I'm going to try to get myself motivated to do that. I know he's 100% correct when he says that, and it is the right thing to do because I'm just stalling out on the body work. It's, you know, there's only so much I could do. And so that's where we're going to go. At least that's what we're going to try to do. And I know we're kind of hitting into the holidays and all that stuff, so hopefully we'll have some time to dig into this, because honestly, I don't know if I'm going anywhere for the holidays. It just seems like I'm staying put right now. So, yeah, I think we're going to make this thing start up and get things going. So that's the direction we're going. I appreciate you listening. I hope that you do subscribe, and have a great day, and also have a great holiday season, the best you can make of it.